6 lucky numbers to focus on and get rich on Thursday, July 10th, Buddhist teachings. Have you ever wondered why some days just feel different, like the air carries a certain energy, or your thoughts feel clearer than usual? According to ancient wisdom, certain dates and numbers can hold deeper meaning, not because of superstition, but because they remind us to live with more intention, awareness, and purpose. This Thursday, July 10th, is one of those special days. In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful numbers, not just as digits, but as symbols rooted in Buddhist teachings, spiritual insight, and mindful action. Each one carries a quiet energy that can help guide your thoughts, choices, and even your financial path. These numbers aren't about magic, they're about meaning. From the sacred steps of the Buddha to timeless lessons on discipline, alignment, and abundance, these numbers offer us a mirror, reflecting the deeper work we can do within to create real, lasting prosperity in the world around us. So if you're ready to welcome clarity, abundance, and calm strength into your life, not just for one day, but starting today, let's begin this journey together, one number at a time, one breath at a time. 1. Number 7. The Path of Awakening. Number 7 has long been revered as a symbol of spiritual awakening, inner wisdom, and divine guidance, especially in Buddhist tradition. It's said that after the Buddha was born, he took 7 deliberate steps, each one representing a vow to overcome suffering and awaken to truth. These were not just steps in space, but in destiny, a message to all of us about what's possible when we walk with purpose. On a Thursday like July 10th, when energies are believed to align for insight and transformation, the number 7 becomes more than just a digit. It becomes a compass, quietly pointing us toward clarity, intention, and meaningful progress. Instead of simply sitting in meditation, consider starting your day with a short, mindful walk. No phone, no distractions. With each step, softly count 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. Let the rhythm of your feet ground your thoughts. Imagine each step as a declaration. I am awake. I am here. I am moving forward. This walking practice is simple yet profound. It brings you into the present moment, reminding you that the journey toward peace is made step by step, not in leaps, but in presence. To carry this energy with you throughout the day, write the number 7 by hand on a small card. Add a small symbol beside it, a lotus flower, perhaps representing spiritual blossoming. Place it somewhere visible, on your desk, in your wallet, or near your bed. Let it serve as a gentle nudge. Stay true to your path. In this way, 7 becomes a spiritual companion, not a superstition, but a symbol of conscious living. As the Dhammapada teaches, a disciplined mind brings happiness. Especially in our fast-paced world of noise and distraction, reconnecting with quiet, meaningful symbols like this helps us stay grounded and aligned. The power of 7 isn't in magic, it's in your willingness to walk mindfully, to focus on what matters, and to act with awareness. You don't have to do everything today. Just take 7 steps and take them with your whole heart. 2. Number 30. 8. Align to rise. If you're seeking balance, momentum, and meaningful transformation, then number 38 may be your energetic anchor, especially on a spiritually charged Thursday like July 10th. In Buddhist-inspired symbolism, 3 represents harmony of mind, body, and spirit, while 8 symbolizes infinite flow and empowered action. Together, 38 forms a current of energy that supports purposeful success, not just outward gain, but inner fulfillment. To truly connect with the essence of 38, don't just breathe or repeat the number. Today, try something more intentional. Write a letter to your future self, you, 3 months from now. In the letter, share 3 things you hope to accomplish and be honest. Let them come from your heart, not your ego. Then, write down 8 actions you're willing to take, no matter how small, to support those goals. Use a pen with blue or gold ink colors that represent hope and wisdom. Seal the letter in an envelope and write 38 boldly on the front. This isn't about sending a wish into the universe. It's about making a promise to yourself, one that's witnessed, recorded, and held with care. Place the envelope somewhere safe. Let it serve as a quiet contract, a reminder that you're not waiting for luck, you're cultivating it. You're not alone in this journey. Let me tell you about Linda, a young designer from Paris who once felt lost in her work. After learning about the energy of number 38, she gave it a try. She didn't expect miracles. She simply made a promise to herself. 3 dreams, 8 small actions. And she followed through. Within 3 months, she opened her own studio, started a mindful fashion line, and reclaimed her purpose. Not because of superstition, but because she aligned her energy with intention. Now it's your turn. What would your letter say? What 3 soul-aligned goals are quietly waiting for your commitment? And what 8 steps, even tiny ones, can you begin today? Number 38 isn't magic. It's a mirror showing you that your life shifts the moment you decide to show up for it. 3. Number 40. 3. Build the bridge within. Imagine waking up on a Thursday, July 10th, with a renewed sense of direction. There's a quiet but powerful energy in the air, and a single number rises to meet you. 43. This isn't a random number. It's a symbol of transformation, movement, and intention. In Buddhist thought, life is change. Impermanence is not something to fear, it's something to work with. The number 4 represents stability, structure, and endurance. The number 3 brings creativity, flexibility, and joy. Together, they form a bridge from where you are now to where you long to be. So ask yourself, what part of your life is quietly asking for renewal? Here's a practice to make that question real. Take a sheet of paper and draw a bridge by hand. It doesn't need to be pretty or perfect. On the left side, write, "Who I am now." On the right side, write, "Who I want to become." Across each plank or arc of the bridge, write a quality or virtue you need to cultivate to cross over. Maybe it's patience, integrity, or trust. When you're done, hang this drawing somewhere visible on your wall, mirror, or workspace. Let it be a visual reminder that every small step you take is a step across that bridge. You don't need to leap, just move forward, one plank at a time. For added focus, write the number 43 on a small card and carry it with you, not as superstition, but as a sacred symbol of your forward movement. Each time you see it, pause, breathe, recommit to your journey. You can also close your eyes and visualize yourself walking across that bridge, from fear to courage, from confusion to clarity, from surviving to thriving. It's not fantasy, it's intention made vivid. And remember, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. The Buddha. So again, what 3 areas of your life do you most want to transform right now? And what small action can you take today to step closer to the other side? Keep walking, keep building. That bridge is already within you. If you've made it this far, you're already aligning with the wisdom that can bring abundance into your life this Thursday, July 10th. Comment "Lucky Path" below to affirm your connection to these 6 powerful numbers guided by Buddhist teachings. Stay with us until the end. There's still more insight ahead that could shift your fortune and open the door to true prosperity. 4. Number 60. 6. Living with virtue, leading by example. The number 66 holds deep spiritual and energetic meaning, especially through the lens of Buddhist wisdom. It's not simply 6 repeated, it's 6 magnified. And in Buddhism, 6 is no ordinary number. It represents the six perfections, paramitas: generosity, morality, patience, diligence, meditation, and wisdom, the core virtues that help us transcend suffering and live with integrity. When this number becomes 66, it doesn't just reflect personal growth, it invites you to become a mirror for others. A quiet example of what's possible when life is lived with mindful compassion and steady purpose. In a world that often chases wealth over peace, the energy of 66 reminds us, true prosperity begins with a calm heart and a clear mind. So how do we work with this number consciously? In the evening, do a simple but effective exercise. Write down 6 things you are grateful for from the day, however small. Then, write 6 intentions for tomorrow, little seeds you'd like to plant. Maybe smile when criticized or listen fully without interrupting. Fold the paper gently and place it under your pillow before sleep. Not for superstition, but to let your subconscious absorb clarity and direction. When you wake, you'll feel more anchored in purpose. In the morning, take a few moments of silence. Let your breath slow. Inhale deeply, exhale softly, and gently repeat the mantra, 66. As you do, visualize a warm golden light surrounding your body, not fantasy, but a symbol of wisdom and abundance flowing into your life. You may also write the number 66 on a small note and carry it with you. Let it be your inner compass, a quiet reminder to live the day with the 6 perfections in mind. Each time you act with patience, offer kindness, or speak with truth, you're aligning with that current of quiet power. Number 66 is not about magic, it's about intention in action. It's about showing up for life with a full heart and steady hands. So this Thursday, let 66 guide you not as a lucky charm, but as a living vow. To be generous, to be mindful, to walk your path with quiet courage, and in doing so, light the way for others. 5. Number 24. The rhythm of gentle progress. At first glance, 24 may seem like just a quiet, unassuming number. But within it lies a calm strength rooted in balance, connection, and mindful action. In Buddhist understanding, 2 symbolizes relationship between self and others, effort and rest, body and spirit. 4 represents solid foundations, the 4 noble truths, the 4 foundations of mindfulness, the pillars of insight and awareness. Together, 24 becomes a reminder of life lived in alignment and rhythm, not rushed, not passive, but steady, clear, and deeply intentional. We are gifted 24 hours each day, and within them lies the opportunity to live fully, not just function. The number 24 calls us back to this truth, that time is not just something to manage, but something to meet with presence. Here's a practice to honor that. Choose 2 quiet moments today, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. During each, do nothing for 2 minutes. No phone, no to-do list. Just sit. Let your thoughts settle like dust in still water. Let your breath come and go, without effort. Afterward, gently ask yourself, what really matters today? Then, write down 4 specific actions you can take, small, concrete steps that move you closer to what you truly want. Whether it's reaching out to someone, finishing a task, or simply taking a walk, let these be expressions of clarity, not pressure. You may also begin your day by placing your hands over your heart and taking 2 deep breaths to center yourself. Then take 4 slower breaths, exhaling stress, inhaling steadiness. Silently repeat 24 with each breath. Let the rhythm guide you. If you'd like, write the number 24 on a small card or add it as your phone wallpaper. Carry it with you, not as superstition, but as a symbol of quiet, conscious progress. Also, consider writing down 2 ways to nourish your spirit today. Something kind, something gentle, and 4 small ways to build your material goals. Let your soul and your schedule meet halfway. Remember, slowness is not waste. It's how the heart and mind reunite. It's how presence returns. Let the number 24 remind you to shape yours with care, balance, and compassion. 1 hour, 1 breath, 1 step at a time. 6. Number 50. 2. Living by values. 52 is a number of quiet transformation, one that invites both reflection and renewed commitment. In Buddhist symbolism, the number 5 points to the 5 precepts, our ethical foundation. The number 2, again, reminds us of relationship not only with others, but with ourselves and the choices we make every day. Together, 52 becomes a message. Live with integrity, and transformation will follow. It whispers, right action today becomes good karma tomorrow. To align with the energy of 52 on Thursday, July 10th, take time in the morning to reflect on your values. What precepts or principles do you want to honor more deeply today? Whether it's truthfulness, non-harming, or simplicity, choose one to focus on throughout the day. Now, write down 5 decisions or habits you want to improve, even small ones. Maybe you want to speak more kindly, listen more deeply, or use your time more wisely. Then choose 2 moments today to pause, breathe, and return to mindfulness. This isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Each mindful breath is a doorway to better choices. Each better choice is a seed of future fortune. Let the number 52 be your gentle guide today, not as a superstition, but as a reminder. Ethics is luck in slow motion. When we live in harmony with truth, life supports us in mysterious and beautiful ways. As the Dhammapada says, one who lives purely and self-assured, who is calm and sees the truth, shall find peace. Carry 52 with you not just as a number, but as a quiet vow to yourself. Now that you've discovered all 6 lucky numbers for Thursday, July 10th, you're already 1 step closer to attracting abundance. But don't stop here. What you do every day matters even more. Up next, how to get richer every day, the habit all wealthy people share. Comment daily wealth below to commit to this path, and stay with us to learn the simple but powerful practices that can transform your life starting today. How to get richer every day. All rich people do this. Have you ever wondered why some people keep getting richer no matter what's happening in the world? It's not luck, it's not just talent. It's a mindset and a set of daily habits. In this video, we'll uncover the timeless principles that wealthy people live by starting with the one thing they all do every single day that quietly builds not just money, but wisdom and peace. Number 1. They invest in themselves first. One of the most powerful truths wealthy people understand, perhaps better than anyone else, is that the greatest investment they will ever make is not in the stock market, real estate, or business, but in themselves. While others chase money, they focus on sharpening the mind, expanding their knowledge, and deepening their awareness. This is not simply self-help talk. It's a conscious strategy grounded in timeless wisdom. Rich people prioritize their mental, emotional, and spiritual development because they know that money flows to those who are prepared to manage it wisely. Every day, they dedicate a portion of their time, often just 30 minutes, to feeding their minds and spirits, reading meaningful books, listening to thoughtful conversations, reflecting in silence, or studying the lessons of those who have walked the path before them. It's not about consuming information randomly, but about intentional growth. They ask themselves questions like, what can I learn today that will make me a better thinker, decision maker, and contributor to the world around me? In Buddhism, this idea of self-cultivation is central. The Buddha said, "A disciplined mind brings happiness. This ancient insight echoes through the habits of today's most successful people, because true wealth begins in the mind, not the wallet. In today's busy world, where distractions are everywhere, this habit of daily self-investment becomes even more crucial. With constant noise from social media, endless emails, and the pressure to produce more, it's easy to neglect the inner life. But the wealthy understand that taking time for solitude and learning isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. They use their quiet moments wisely, just as a skilled gardener tends to the roots before expecting a tree to bear fruit. This discipline compounds over time. Just as interest builds in a savings account, so too does wisdom accumulate in the mind of one who studies consistently. It's not about mastering everything at once, but about small, steady steps that add up to mastery. Bruce Lee once said, "Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity," and this principle applies directly to how the rich grow richer, not just in money, but in depth, clarity, and peace of mind. The modern life you live today offers more learning opportunities than ever before: podcasts, audiobooks, online courses, insightful articles, and even moments of deep conversation with wise friends or mentors. Don't underestimate the power of 30 focused minutes each day. Whether it's learning a new language, studying emotional intelligence, developing leadership skills, or even exploring meditation and mindfulness, these are not only skills that benefit your career or bank account, they shape your entire being. The Dalai Lama reminds us, "The goal is not to be better than the other man, but better than your previous self." This approach not only builds wealth externally, but nurtures peace and purpose within. So, if you truly want to grow richer each day, make it a daily ritual to invest in the one resource you can never lose: yourself. Start the day not by reaching for your phone, but by reaching into your mind. Read a page, listen to wisdom, or sit quietly and reflect. The returns you gain from this small habit will surpass any financial investment, because they influence how you think, how you decide, how you lead, and how you serve others. Ultimately, wealth is not just measured by how much you have, but by how much value you create for yourself and for the world around you. The journey begins with you. Number 2. They practice self-discipline. Let me tell you a truth, that every truly wealthy person knows self-discipline is not just a habit, it's the engine behind every long-term success. You see, having dreams and desires is easy. Everyone wants more freedom, more financial security, more time to enjoy life. But wanting alone doesn't move the needle. What separates those who rise from those who stay stuck is not talent, not luck, and not even intelligence, it's discipline. As Jim Rohn once said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Now think about that for a second. Between what you want and what you actually get stands a long, sometimes quiet, often unexciting path called discipline. The rich, truly rich in both wealth and wisdom, walk that path daily, not because it's easy, but because they've trained themselves to keep going, even when motivation fades. Can you relate to that moment when you feel like giving up, hitting snooze, or skipping that task you promised yourself you'd complete? That's where discipline either makes or breaks your future. So how do you begin practicing this powerful force in your life? You start small. You create a simple, consistent, daily routine, one that overwhelms you with 100 tasks, but one that sets a rhythm for your day. When you wake up, do you go straight into reactive mode, scrolling, rushing, checking emails, or do you take time to set your intention, reflect, or take one step toward your goal? Those little actions, repeated each day, are what build discipline. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to wait for motivation to show up. In fact, you probably shouldn't. Motivation is like the wind, it comes and goes. But discipline is your sail. If you trust your routine, Even on the days you feel tired or uninspired, you'll still move forward. And that's how progress happens quietly, steadily, one drop at a time. This reminds me of a timeless teaching from the Dhammapada. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Have you thought about what this really means? It's a reminder that massive success doesn't come in sudden bursts. It's the result of many small, consistent actions. Every drop counts. Every decision you make today to save a little, learn something new, resist an impulse, stick to your plan adds up over time. And guess what? The wealthy people you admire aren't doing wildly different things than you. They're just more consistent. They've mastered themselves before trying to master the world. And that's the foundation of real success. So ask yourself, what small discipline can I commit to today and every day? Is it waking up 30 minutes earlier to plan your finances? Is it writing down your goals at night to stay focused? Is it skipping one unnecessary purchase and investing that money instead? These might feel like small, insignificant actions now, but over weeks, months, and years, they will shape your future. Discipline is not about being harsh or rigid. It's about aligning your actions with your values and dreams. It's self-respect in motion. And when you start to see results, even tiny ones, you begin to trust yourself. That trust grows into confidence, and confidence gives birth to momentum. Here's what you need to remember. Success is not about intensity, it's about consistency. Those who become richer every day financially, emotionally, and spiritually are the ones who choose small acts of discipline over fleeting pleasure. The world may not notice your quiet efforts today, but one day it will notice the person you've become because of them. Don't underestimate the power of one drop, because eventually that drop becomes a full, overflowing pot. Lesson of the day. The path to wealth and wisdom is paved not with grand gestures, but with small, steady steps taken daily. Start where you are. Stick to your structure. Trust the process. And remember, your disciplined choices today are the seeds of your abundance tomorrow. Number 3. They manage their energy, not just their time. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a full day free on your calendar, but still felt too tired, distracted, or unmotivated to do anything meaningful with it? That's because having time means nothing if you don't have the energy to use it well. All truly wealthy people understand this key principle. It's not just about managing your time, it's about managing your energy. Time, after all, is limited. We each get the same 24 hours in a day. But energy, that's something you can renew, recharge, and even grow. Think about it. What good is an empty schedule if your mind is foggy, your body is sluggish, and your spirit feels heavy? Rich people, and not just in terms of money, but also in clarity, focus, and peace, learn to guard their energy like a precious resource. They treat their energy as their most valuable asset because they know every great decision, every creative idea, and every strong relationship flows from a place of clear, focused, and balanced energy. So, what are you doing right now to take care of your energy? Are you making space for rest, or are you grinding yourself into the ground thinking that exhaustion equals productivity? Managing your energy starts with the basics, but they're often the first things we ignore when life gets busy. Getting enough sleep, eating food that truly nourishes you, breathing deeply, taking time to move your body, and even stepping outside to connect with nature can completely change your inner state. You don't need a fancy retreat or expensive supplements. Sometimes, just 10 minutes of silence or a short walk without your phone can reset your nervous system. You see, when your energy is clear, your mind becomes calm, and your decisions become much wiser. And in the long run, it's not just the hours you put in that make you rich, it's the quality of those hours. There's a reason the Buddha taught, health is the greatest gift, contentment, the greatest wealth, faithfulness, the best relationship. If you're constantly tired, agitated, or running on fumes, you're not just burning out your body, you're also clouding your judgment and losing sight of what really matters. So here's something to reflect on deeply. What drains your energy daily, and what fills you back up? Are you surrounding yourself with chaos, distractions, or negativity? Or are you making intentional choices to protect your peace and restore your focus? Managing energy isn't just about avoiding burnout, it's about raising your inner vibration so that your actions are aligned with your goals and values. High energy leads to better conversations, smarter investments, more creative thinking, and a stronger connection with your purpose. You'll notice that the most successful people often start their mornings with stillness, gratitude, or some form of physical movement, not because they have extra time, but because they've learned that how they begin their day sets the tone for everything that follows. And the truth is, your energy speaks before you even say a word. It enters the room, influences your mood, and even affects the opportunities you attract. That's why cultivating clean, strong, and focused energy isn't optional if you want to grow richer day by day, choice by choice. The key takeaway here is this: energy management is life management. Wealthy people don't just schedule tasks, they schedule renewal. They know that protecting their energy is what allows them to lead, create, give, and grow without burning out. So today, ask yourself, what small shift can I make to honor my energy a little more? Can I go to bed earlier, eat something wholesome, take a few breaths before reacting, or spend 5 quiet minutes in nature? The answers are simple, but the impact is life-changing. As the Zen saying goes, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day, unless you're too busy. Then you should sit for an hour. It's a reminder that slowing down is not a luxury. It's the foundation of doing anything well. Your energy is your power. Protect it, refine it, and use it with care. And you'll find yourself getting richer not just in money, but in clarity, calm, and deep satisfaction every single day. If this message resonates with you, drop a comment below and simply write, "Protecting my energy is how I protect my peace." Let's remind each other that rest, clarity, and balance aren't weaknesses, they're the roots of real strength. Number 4, they provide value. Let's get right to the heart of it. Money doesn't just show up because you want it. It flows to where genuine value is being created. If you look closely at the habits of wealthy people, not just the financially rich, but those who feel abundant in life, you'll notice they don't obsess over money itself. They focus instead on being useful. They look for ways to solve problems, ease burdens, inspire others, or simply make things better than they found them. That's the key. The more people you help, the more valuable your presence becomes, and the more energy, including financial energy, naturally flows in your direction. And this isn't just a modern success principle, it's deeply rooted in timeless wisdom. In Buddhism, this is known as right livelihood, the practice of earning a living through work that is honest, compassionate, and helpful to others. It's not just about what you do, but how you do it, and whether it uplifts or harms. The Buddha taught that a wise person should not seek wealth for selfish gain alone, but for the welfare of others, saying, "One is not wealthy who has much, but one who gives much." So, in today's noisy, fast-paced world, where so many people are chasing money without meaning, the real question is, can you be of value? Is there something you know, something you've been through, or something you're good at that could truly help others? Maybe it's your ability to listen deeply, to solve a technical problem, to organize chaos, to teach, to fix, to care, to lead, or to inspire. Wealthy people ask themselves this constantly: how can I serve, not just sell? That small shift in perspective from what can I get to what can I give completely transforms not only your relationship with money but also with yourself. Now, let's bring this closer to your everyday life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an employee, a stay-at-home parent, or someone navigating career changes later in life, you have something valuable to offer, but the key is to offer it with intention. If you run a business, ask yourself, am I helping my customer live better, feel safer, or become stronger? If you work for someone else, consider how you can make your workplace more efficient, supportive, or innovative. If you're in transition or retirement, think about how your life experience can guide someone younger or be shared in a meaningful way. You don't need a large audience or a global brand to create value. You just need awareness, empathy, and a willingness to serve. Even your presence calm, focused, uplifting can be a form of value in a stressed-out world. Steve Jobs once said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work." But what makes work great is not perfection or for me's usefulness. So stop chasing the paycheck and start chasing purpose. The money will come, but more importantly, so will peace. The wealthiest people you'll ever meet didn't make their fortune by asking, "How can I get more?" but by consistently asking, "How can I help more?" When you shift your mindset from accumulation to contribution, everything changes. Not overnight, but steadily, like water that wears away stone not through force, but through consistency and clarity. Remember this: value is not just in what you do, it's in how you do it, with what heart, and for whose benefit. That's how wealth flows quietly, gracefully, and meaningfully toward those who serve others with skill, sincerity, and wisdom. Number 5. They stay calm during chaos. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay composed even when everything around them is falling apart? They don't shout, panic, or make rash decisions. They pause, assess, and move with intention. That's not luck or personality, it's trained wisdom. One of the most powerful habits among the truly wealthy is their ability to stay calm during chaos. They understand that life is full of unexpected turns. Markets crash, plans fall apart, relationships shift, opportunities vanish, but it's not the chaos that defines them, it's how they respond to it. There's a well-known Buddhist teaching that says, "All things arise and pass away. Don't cling to gain. Don't fear loss." This isn't just spiritual poetry, it's a practical survival skill, especially in a world where everything changes so fast. Staying calm isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about choosing not to let your emotions run the show. The wealthy develop emotional strength not by avoiding difficulty, but by leaning into mindfulness and building habits that help them respond rather than react. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a businessman who lost nearly everything in a financial crash. When others were panicking, he took a walk in the park. A friend asked, "How are you not falling apart right now?" He replied, "Because I've trained myself to understand that I am not my money. I can rebuild, but I can't rebuild if I lose my clarity." That man eventually came back stronger than before, not because he avoided failure, but because he faced it with a steady mind. Now ask yourself, when life throws you into the unexpected, whether it's a financial setback, a family crisis, or a health scare, do you freeze, lash out, or run? Or do you pause, breathe, and look clearly at what's in front of you? Mindfulness is your greatest tool in these moments. It's not about escaping from reality, but facing it fully with a calm and centered presence. The Buddha often compared the wise person to a rock unmoved by the wind of praise or blame, gain or loss. In modern life, with endless distractions and constant pressure, staying calm becomes a superpower. It allows you to think clearly, choose wisely, and act effectively. Wealthy people don't avoid chaos, they prepare for it, emotionally and mentally. They meditate, they reflect, they stay grounded in values rather than chasing every shiny opportunity or reacting to every crisis. So what can you do to build that kind of inner strength? Can you take 5 minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts without getting pulled into them? Can you begin to see problems as part of life, not interruptions of it? The truth is, your peace of mind is your greatest wealth because it gives you the power to handle everything else. As the old saying goes, smooth seas don't make skilled sailors. The storm is where you grow. And the ones who become richer every day are not those who never face storms, but those who learn how to sail through them with wisdom, stillness, and strength. The lesson here is simple but life-changing. Chaos is inevitable, but panic is optional. Train your mind to be steady, and you'll not only survive life's turbulence, you'll thrive because of it. Number 6. They delay gratification. Let me ask you a question that's worth sitting with for a moment. Do you live for the memento, or do you live for the long game? In today's fast-paced, convenience-driven world, we're constantly tempted to grab quick rewards, whether it's shopping online to lift our mood, jumping from one opportunity to another, or expecting instant success without the patience to build it. But if you take a close look at people who are truly wealthy, not just in money, but in peace, confidence, and freedom, you'll notice they operate very differently. They practice what's called delayed gratification. While most people spend to look rich, the truly rich invest to become rich. They know that true success, whether financial or personal, doesn't come overnight. It's built slowly, layer by layer, through consistent decisions that favor the future over short-term pleasure. This mindset shows up in everything from how they manage money to how they build relationships, health, and careers. Saving before spending, investing before indulging, learning before earning. This isn't just financial advice, it's wisdom for life. As the old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Every time you resist the urge to grab a short-term fix, you give yourself a chance to build something much deeper and more stable. The Buddha himself taught the power of restraint and patience, reminding us that craving is the root of suffering. He said, "A fool is happy until his misdeeds ripen, but a wise man is happy when his good deeds bear fruit." That's the essence of delayed gratification, doing the right thing today, even if it doesn't feel rewarding right away, because you trust the long-term results. Now think about your own life. Where are you trading tomorrow's peace for today's comfort? Is it in spending money on things you don't need just to keep up? Is it in scrolling for hours instead of building a skill that could change your future? Or maybe it's in giving up too soon when progress feels slow. Wealthy people understand something most people overlook. Growth that lasts takes time. Seeds don't sprout overnight, and neither does success. They stay consistent, even when results are invisible. They keep saving, learning, working, and building quietly, while others are busy chasing trends. The difference? They're not looking for emotional highs. They're building solid foundations. That's what gives them freedom later to travel, to give generously, to rest without guilt, to walk away from what doesn't align. So let me ask you, where can you start trading instant pleasure for future freedom? Can you save a little more today, even if it's uncomfortable? Can you commit to a long-term project, even if no one sees your progress yet? Can you hold off on that impulse purchase and instead invest in something that will grow? And there you have it, 6 meaningful numbers to reflect on this Thursday, July 10th. Each one is more than just a digit. It's a doorway into awareness, alignment, and abundant living. Whether you're walking the path of awakening with 7, building inner bridges with 43, or living by values through 52, remember, the real fortune lies in the choices we make, and the clarity we bring to each step. These teachings aren't about superstition, they're about living with purpose, mindfulness, and quiet strength. When we live with integrity and intention, prosperity inner and outer naturally follows. If you found value in today's video, please like, share, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming teachings, stories, and mindful guidance. Until next time, take a deep breath, walk gently, and stay true to your path.